Okay. Let me know, guys, in the chat if you can hear me. I'm streaming off my laptop, which I've never done. I've always used my PC, and I'm not sure if this is going to work. My laptop's really like overheating and struggling, but I wanted to talk about a few things. Let me just share this real quick with the Telegram chat. Okay, awesome, man. Just give me about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll get started. Um, yeah, my laptop is like freezing up like crazy right now. It's not a gaming laptop or anything, so it's not handling this very well. Let's open up Telegram real quick. Yeah, this might just not work. Just give me 1 minute. If you guys are here, though, thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and drop a like on the stream if you don't mind. Again, just give me 1 more minute to get going here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I think this is all working fine. There's a few coins I want to go over. And also, guys, if you didn't see the announcement, I created my own newsletter. So if you guys want to subscribe to this, feel free to. There is a free version and a paid version. So I used to have a Patreon where it was like a monthly subscription. I had, I think, about 10 people signed up for it back in December of 2020. And I discontinued it just because I like giving out my content for free. I don't really think it warrants any payment. With the newsletter, I can do a paid and a free version. So the paid version is if you guys want to support the channel, get access to a private chat and just get all the content because only a small percent is going to go to the free version. Feel free to sign up. I'm going to have some guest writers and a lot more good things to come to it. But I really like this because personally, I don't think I'm very good at commentating on topics and whatnot. I'm not the best speaker, so I think this will be a better way to get out my content. So with that out of the way, let's start the video. There's a few coins I wanted to go over. First off, I saw people shilling this Visor Finance. So this is in the LBP right now, the liquidity bootstrap pool. If you guys are not aware of what that is, the LBP or liquidity bootstrap pool is like a new way of creating a fair launch for a token. So what you have when you have a fair launch, let me see if I can pull up the fair launch thing. So balancer liquidity bootstrapping pool. The reason why I'm thinking of entering the fair launch for Visor is simply because I've never been in a fair launch myself. So I want to test it out and see how it works. But it's done through Balancer, and it's a way to create liquidity for a token and also give it out to the users or the buyers in a lot more fair way, apparently. So let me pull this over. So when you have a normal fair launch, and this is a good concept for you guys to understand, there's a lot of times they just do Uniswap LPs. So you can deposit your LP tokens to mine the rewards. For example, we had Router. Router protocol allowed you to stake your Uniswap LPs and your 1inch LPs. I actually staked my ETH USDC 1inch LP over there and mined some Router. But the problem is you have variable price action and price that's going to be increasing. So for the people who get in instantly, they're going to get a better price. So it's not exactly a fair launch. What the balancer pools do, if you guys are not aware of balancer, they have pools that aren't 50-50 splits. So let's just go to balance real quick and show you guys how this works. They have pools that are, for example, 80-20 or 70-30. So it could be 70% USDC, 30% Ethereum. And the reason why this is interesting is because adjust the price in an interesting way. So with these liquidity bootstrap pools, they go on for a certain duration. So that's going on with Visor Finance. So you can get in early during their fair launch. This is their fair launch. And Visor Finance is supposed to be a competitor to something like Alchemix. So it's going to have smart NFT vaults. You can liquidity mine on multiple protocols at the same time. And I've just found this recently, so I haven't done my research. I'm going to go over why the LBP could be a good thing to enter. So with the LBP, you have the LPs, right? So you have, let's say, 30% Visor, 70% Ethereum. The goal of the LBP is to create a constant downward pressure on the price. So this means that during the duration, everyone should get in at a near equal price rather than a standard, or you could say conventional fair launch where the price is going to be increasing or decreasing and volatile. The LBP adjusts the weights of the pool. So it might start at 95% Visor and 5% Ethereum, and then that might slowly be declining in order to make price stability. The reason that works, so for example, if you have a 50-50 pool, and I'm in the pool, let's say I have 50% Ethereum in it and 50% Visor. Let's say someone places a buy order for Visor. So what's happening in that situation is someone's buying Visor, so Visor is exiting the pool, right? So now we have less than 50% Visor in the pool. So then what happens is Ethereum from the pool is used to buy up Visor, which in turn adjusts the price. So when you have a pool that's like 95% Visor and 5% Ethereum, when someone buys Visor, because there's already 95% of it in the pool, it does not have that much of an impact on Visor. Now, if someone were to sell Visor for Ethereum, so Ethereum exits the pool, it's going to have a much bigger impact on Ethereum, although Ethereum is such a large coin, it wouldn't actually impact it. So with the LBP, you're able to get into coins at a much more fair price. So now that I explained how that works, and again, you have to do it through Balancer, and you can find it here. I'm going to go through what Visor is and why I'm looking into it as a possible small position for my portfolio. What's up, Cecil? Thanks for joining in, man. You're one of the regulars. I appreciate you joining in to the stream. So let's just pull this over here. Let me close out some of these tabs because my laptop simply cannot handle this many tabs being open. I'm also going to exit out of my Telegram chat. Well, we got 94 messages in the chat for some reason. I'll have to look through that later. But anyways, let's go through how this works. So let's just see this, mint your Visor NFT. And the coin you want to compare this to, and guys, this is not something I found. I found it through someone on a Telegram chat. I forgot who it was. So shout out to him. He was the one who found this. So it was not exactly my own research, but I'm going to kind of expand on what he said. What's up, photographer? Hey, hope you're doing well. Thanks for knowledge. You look at Spheroid Universal Please, a virtual reality platform built on Kusama. Yeah, sure thing, man. I can check that out in a minute. Let's just go over this first. So they already have a dashboard, interact with DeFi protocols through an NFT, enhancing the discovery, reputation, safety, and programmability of on-chain liquidity. So if you guys follow me, you know I'm not super huge on NFTs just because they're very risky. Like there's a lot of downside potential with NFTs. It's one of those markets that could be worth $1 trillion one day, and then all of a sudden your NFT goes down to literally zero. It could be very, very risky in terms of investment. But recently I've discovered a lot of NFTs or a lot of platforms. I'm actually releasing a video today at noon, so in about 45 minutes, of the platform Rope. So Rope is something that you guys were mentioning. I can look at this real quick. Let's look at Rope. You guys were mentioning Rope in the chat, so I took a look at it. And it's an interesting concept. It's definitely a community token, so it's not something I probably would invest in just because it really relies on a strong community. But what Rope does, and what's interesting about it, is it actually adds utility to your NFTs. So, for example, you have yield farming, right, where you stake your coins and you earn your yield, sure. But what if we change that so you stake NFTs to earn yield? So the NFTs are yield-bearing assets. And the reason why this is interesting is because it's adding an additional layer of value to your yield farming strategy. So, for example, if you're just staking a coin for yield, it's like a yield bearing coin. The only inherent value of that coin is the yield. With yield bearing NFTs, you have the inherent value of the yield plus the inherent value of the art. Now, obviously, I'm more focused on the yield, but it makes sense that you're adding an additional layer of value to the asset with the art. So I like it. It makes sense. It kind of makes me more bullish on certain NFTs because if I can earn yield on it, okay, the art itself doesn't really matter quite as much. And it looks like my computer is frozen. Great. So, yeah, guys, I don't know if you can even hear me. There we go. Yeah, my computer is totally frozen, guys. Sorry about this. I have too many tabs open, so I'm gonna have to keep this list very short. But let's finish this with Visor. And again, it's one you want to compare to Alchemix. And I'm actually working with a close friend of mine. We're trying to build an application that allows you to kind of like make better comparable analysis of cryptocurrencies. So right now, when I look at CoinGecko or I look at CoinMarketCap, yeah, there's a lot of data on it, but the like comparable analysis part of it, so being able to directly compare cryptocurrencies is not really there. So I'm honestly kind of building this application for myself, but eventually, hopefully it'll be public. But the idea is, say I want to look at coins that have the best TVL to market cap ratio. So on CoinMarketCap, you can sort by market cap, you can sort by price, you can sort by supply, I believe, but you can't sort by TVL to market cap ratio. So implementing stuff like that. And also, I want to do something where you can divide the market cap by the holders for each coin. So for each coin, you can immediately see the average holding per user and a lot more things like that that'll just make analyzing coins a lot easier and something that I've been working on that hopefully you guys can use well as soon to make better investment decisions. So you can mint your Visor Smart Vault NFT. Minting your vault is very easy. Give it a try. And this is the balancer pool. So we can check this out right here. See your address is one of those eligible for phase 1 rewards. So this is what I'm looking to enter into. It'll be ending soon. So something you'd have to, enter into quickly. High gas fees were helping earn balancer when swapping eligible tokens. So let me connect my wallet. See if it can load up. My dinky laptop can handle it. There we go. Okay. So this would be the pool. You deposit your LPs and then you get the Visor token rewards. And again, it's the best way to launch a token. Access your Visor Smart Vault if you're looking. Okay. And mediums. So this is a coin I just want to mention to you guys early over on the stream. I'm probably going to do a full write-up on Visor soon today. I'm planning on doing it today. And then a video on it tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. So now let's answer Global Photographer's question. Once my PC, yeah, it's still being so shitty. You look at Spheroid Universal. Okay. Let's see if it's on CoinGecko. Yep. Spheroid Universe. SPH. Close this out. That could just be faulty CoinGecko data. Okay, it's ERC20. Chart's looking very good. I mean, the thing is though, like when you're looking at coins that are at a market cap this small, and you actually have a long-term outlook on them, the chart is almost irrelevant because it's displaying such small amounts of capital. Like it doesn't really matter too much, in my opinion. It's only on LA token. There's no Uniswap pool. That's interesting. I've never used LA token before. I do know they do like a lot of airdrops though. I've seen some emoting it, but I never really bought into it. So let this load up real quick. So you said it's built on Kusama. Extended reality platform. I bought it on Uni. Okay, cool. It's on Uniswap. Yeah, I wouldn't want to use LA token simply because I've never heard of it, or I've heard of it but I've never used it. And Uniswap is obviously a trusted platform if you use it correctly. Okay, back. Spheroid Universe is a platform developing and launching XR projects. So XR, I believe, means virtual reality. It's a vast new advertising market. So it's advertising for VR, and then holders get 8% of the profit. It seems like that's kind of the design. Earn money on one of the main trends of the media industry trends, augmented reality. Up to the very last moment, the majority doesn't believe in new technologies that end up changing the world. That's what happened with the cell phone, the personal computer, the internet. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep this one in mind. I'm not super into the VR stuff, although we all know it's inevitable that VR, virtual reality, or augmented reality, whatever you want to call it, that market is going to be worth, trillions probably in the future. I don't see how it couldn't. That's just where things are going. I myself, I'm definitely going to have exposure to VR and learn about it. But one of the main reasons I haven't invested in it because I'm not a VR user myself. Oh, and this is augmented reality, so it's okay. So it's a mobile. There's actually something like this that I use. Let me look at my phone real quick, where it's very similar. It's actually extremely similar to this. Let me find it real quick. This would be helpful to you, global photographer. Let me just find it on my phone real quick. It was called. Shit, I forgot what it was called, but it was very similar to this. And yeah, that's right. The reason I found it was I saw an article where PewDiePie, which I'm sure you guys know, PewDiePie is like the #1 YouTuber out there, pretty much he has like a conglomerate of his own, really. He did a paid sponsorship for the platform, and I actually downloaded the app and tested it. It's like Pokemon Go, but for advertisements. So you walk around and you see an ad, you click on it, then you get rewarded. So the app itself was pretty well done, actually. I might have deleted it because I just not interested in that stuff. I was just looking into it to see if it'd be a good investment. So this seems similar to that. I'm not sure again the name of it. I forgot, but for global photographer, if you want to have something to compare this to, I would just look up PewDiePie augmented reality crypto and see if you can find it and compare it to that. And it looks like their app. Let's see if their app. Oh yeah, it's already on Google Play. So have you tested this out, global photographer? Oh, and the ERC token redeems the ERC721 NFT. Okay, that's very interesting. You know what? After the stream, I might download this and test it out. And if it's really well done, maybe I'd buy some if the tokenomics are any decent. But yeah, good find, man. I like this. Interesting. It's not something I don't want to be surrounded by advertisements all the time. I don't want to be someone who lives a VR life in the future. I want to have a real life, so I don't want to be too into these projects. But definitely, I think that people who don't adapt to the future, which the future is definitely going digital, are going to be left behind. So I'm trying to adapt while also maintaining some life in the real world as well. Alistair78, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Max, hope you're doing well. Doing pretty good. How are you? Can you check STORJ? Yeah, I can check that out. So let me add this to the list. And yeah, Global Photographer, let me know if you've downloaded the app and what you think of it. Maybe we can like add each other as friends or something. I'm not sure how it works. Storage, hey. Storage. Okay, 100 million market cap. I'm not gonna look at the chart. Okay, decentralized cloud storage. So the main thing with these cloud storage coins is, well, first off, yeah, I guess there's definitely a use case for decentralized cloud storage because we already have cloud storage. If you look at, Google Drive is absolutely massive. Everyone uses Google Drive. If you look at Dropbox or what's the other one? OneDrive from Microsoft, it's definitely something that making it decentralized is going to be difficult to do. The way I see it is we have all these different markets, whether it's art or currencies like Bitcoin, which that look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin came out in what, like 2012 or something, 2010. It's taken almost a decade for it to see actual adoption as a decentralized currency. I think we'll see something similar with whether it be virtual reality or cloud storage, where it just takes, it takes time for the industry and people to accept the decentralized nature of it. I do see the use case of decentralized and cloud storage. It makes sense. But again, getting that market share from the big players like Google or Microsoft and whatnot is not going to be easy. And there are some competitors as well. Let's see, your hosted node. We pay node operators for their unused storage and bandwidth. Okay, so it's like file token, right? So you can mine, instead of mining using your GPU, you can mine using your hard drive. And this is something that'd be interesting to me because I do have an extra hard drive sitting around. I'm not sure if it'd be better for like an HDR, so a hard drive, or a SSD, solid state drive. Probably be better for an SSD. Put your extra disk space to work. Get paid being the cloud. So it seems like a competitor to Filecoin. Okay. But what does the token do? Off the top of my head, because I'm not an investor in file or storage, what I would consider doing is, because they both probably do something very similar, and I think they do to my knowledge, but just comparing the tokenomics, because the problem with a coin like this is it a utility token or is it just, buy the token and you get governance, which are two very different things. So let's go to the docs. Have unused hard drive capacity and bandwidth. I do not on this laptop, but I do on my PC. Okay, so there's security considerations, authorization token. Okay. Make sure that you receive your personal single-use authorization token. Go to the FAQ. Yeah, I don't see anything on the token structure right now. Sorry, guys. My laptop is just really struggling to keep up, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't see anything on it. So yeah, again, cool find. Alistair, I might have actually looked at this before in the past. Again, I look at so many tokens, I kind of forget some that, or some of them that don't really appeal to me. This could be good, and I could maybe do like a analysis of this, comparing it to the competitors, and see which one I think has the edge. 100% secure, fraction of the cost. Tardigrade.io. No central point of failure. Yeah, and the decentralized aspect is interesting too because in terms of security and cloud storage, that is a risk because all your data is basically being secured on one like giant server location. All encrypted. Okay, white paper. Here we go. Let's just read the executive summary. I've not used the app yet. There's another one similar called OVR, Ready Player One Concepts. Cool. Yeah, there's nothing with the token. Okay, we'll have to look into this one further. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I was going to stream for longer, but my laptop simply can't handle it. But I think this went well. Again, I wanted to really go over Visor because I'm really looking into entering the LPP, liquidity bootstrapping pool. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. If you guys haven't checked out my newsletter that I just made, it's in the description of this video, and you guys can subscribe to that if you'd like. So that's it, guys. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.